Yesterday I got a call from Anika in Wisconsin, and Anika was asking about scripting her online course. And we had a great talk about it, and I wanted to share it with you because I think we came up with some really good insights about how you can quickly and efficiently put together scripts for your online course without being too verbose at the end of the day, and also be able to do it in an efficient manner. So Anika's concern was that she was going to write scripts that were probably going to be too long and too wordy and not be super efficient in how she was pulling together that information and delivering it to the student as an end product. She was really wanted to give a great product to her students at the end of the day. So what we came to and what I suggested is that you look at it from the perspective of writing an outline and start with the question of, why are you taking my course? And really answer that question. And more so than why are you taking my course, but answer for the student, if you take my course, how will your life be different? So I take your course, how's my life going to be different when I'm done taking that? Will I be better off financially? Will I be able to make money with a new skill? Will I have a new skill that I find fun? Will I be able to complete some new art project, or I'll be more fit and healthy or eat better? How is my life going to be different when that's done? And that's really what people are looking for. And this is going to flow right into all of your marketing efforts. So start from that question. How is my life going to be different when I finish your online course? And then work backwards in the steps that you're going to take to get there. So you have the answer to that question. Now you come up with your 5, 10 steps that someone is going to take to arrive at that destination. So let's say my life is going to be different because I will be eating much healthier and I'm going to look and feel healthier every day because of my new diet. And you're going to show me 10 steps to get there. So those are your 10 high-level steps. That's what you start with. So write those down. They should just be a couple of words each. And once you've got that, then within each of those steps, you're going to break it down into another hierarchy. So to accomplish that first step, what are the steps that you're going to accomplish to get there? What are the little pieces that are going to work towards that goal? So maybe the first one is to do an audit of your current eating habits. And that's step 1 of the big 10. And then within that, you're going to talk about, okay, here is your audit framework. This is the form that you're going to use to fill out that audit. This is what I want to you to track your intake of the various calories that you're consuming, and you're going to do this for a week. And here are the sort of 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever number of steps that you're going to take to achieve that first milestone, that big first step. And you can continue doing this for each of those steps. You can break it down into another hierarchy. Generally, I find only 2 or 3 levels is ideal. So you've got your first set of, say, 10 steps, and then each one of those steps is broken down into a few more steps, and then at most, each of those steps is broken down into a few more. Now what you're looking for is when you get to the bottom of that hierarchy, each one of those items is a 2 to 7 minute lesson. And you can deliver that lesson in video, you can deliver that lesson in PowerPoint with voiceover, but it's going to be a 2 to 7 minute lesson. And now you're right down to the individual lessons, and you can start to work one by one on what you're going to teach people to achieve that goal. So it simplifies the whole process, because when you're writing your script, you're not necessarily having to think about the huge structure of the course and working all the way to that end game. You're writing your script from the perspective of this one little goal that you're going to achieve that's going to work up that hierarchy and eventually down all of those steps and flow into that end result that you want. So I think that's a great way to approach script writing, a great way to approach actually coming up with the overall curriculum for your course. It's going to break it up into bite-sized pieces, and it's going to mean you have a much better end result. So give it a shot. I hope it works for you, and thanks for watching. We're here to answer your questions, so if you have more questions about creating and marketing and launching online courses, let us know. We'd be happy to help. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're looking for more information, check out the resources below, leave a comment, ask a question. I'd be happy to answer them. You can also check out Thinkific.com right here, or if you'd like to subscribe for more information, subscribe here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon.